higher order derivative means if the given function y is equals to f of x be a differentiable function. You know that differentiable function is in the form of y is equals to f of x. If y is equals to f of x be a differentiable function, and if we differentiate with respect to x, then we get dy upon dx is equals to f dash of x, which we call as first order derivative. So again we differentiate with respect to x to dy by dx, then we get derivative of dy by dx is equals to derivative of f dash of x. The derivative of dy by dx is d2y upon dx square is equals to derivative of f dash of x is f double dash of x, which is called as second order derivative. Also, first order derivative is denoted by y1 or y dash, and second order derivative is denoted by y2 or y double dash. Similarly, we can find nth order derivative is called as higher order derivative. So here we first learn about the second order derivative. We evaluate the derivative which is up to order 1, which means that we already find dy by dx. Now just one step we go, second order derivative. If we differentiate differentiable function of dy by dx, then we get again derivative which is d2y by dx square. Derivative of dy by dx is d2y by dx square is f double dash of x. It means that it is 1 dash first order derivative dy by dx, 2 dash it is second order derivative. Also we call as d3y by dx square is equals to f triple dash of x. Also d4y by dx square is 4 times dash of x. Also up to and so on, dn raised to the power x upon dx raised to the power n, n time of dash of x, which is a higher order derivative. D raised to the power nx upon dx raised to the power n is equals to f raised to the power n into x. In second part we learn higher order derivative, but now we first observe the whole functions of which is depend in second order derivative. Also second order derivative is called as higher order derivative. Now we discuss about second order derivative Our question is, what is second ordered derivative, or how to evaluate second ordered derivative? Some steps which are given below to finding the second order derivative or higher order derivative. How to find the second order derivative or higher order derivative? Suppose that your given function is y is equals to f of x. F of x, y is equals to f of x be a given function, and if we differentiate with respect to x, then we get derivative of y, which is equals to derivative of f of x. After that, we can write it dy upon dx is equals to f dash of x, or also y1 or y dash, which is called as first order derivative, which is called as first order derivative. Now, if we again differentiate the given function, if we again differentiate with respect to x to dy by dx, we get derivative of dy by dx is equals to derivative of f dash of x. Derivative d upon dx, which is dy by dx, also can be written as d2y upon dx square is equals to derivative of f dash of x. We get f double dash of x, which is also called as y2 or y double dash as. It is called as second order derivative, which is also called as second order derivative. We can say the second order derivative is also higher order derivative. But if we differentiate with respect to x nth time, then we get d raised to the power nx y upon dx square is equals to f nth time of x, which is also called as higher order derivative. So it is easy to finding the second order derivative. The question number first is example number first. Find the second order derivative of the following. Here we have to find the second order derivative. Second order derivative means you know about second order derivative. If we differentiate a given function with respect to x, then we get first order derivative. Again we differentiate the given function, then we get second order derivative. But first we convert this whole function in form of y is equals to f of x. If the function is y is equals to f of x, then we differentiate and find dy by dx. Again differentiating dy by dx, which is higher order derivative or second order derivative. Now, first we consider that the given function y is equals to ex cube plus 7x square minus 2x minus 9. If we differentiate with respect to x, then we can write the derivative y, which is the dy upon dx. We can take a separate derivative of every terms. We can take a derivative of x cube, 7 is constant, we can take a derivative of x square, minus 2 is constant, derivative of x minus derivative of 9. Here derivative of x cube is 3x square, plus 7 into derivative of x square is 2x, plus 7 into minus 2 is derivative of x is 1, and the derivative of minus 9, which is constant function, is 0. Hence we can write it dy upon dx is equals to 3x square plus 14x minus 2, which is dy upon dx. If we again differentiate with respect to x, then we can write derivative of dy upon dx is equals to 3 is constant function derivative of x square, 14 is constant derivative of x, minus again we can take a derivative of 2. Here the derivative of x square is 2x. Hence we can write 3 into 2x plus 14 into 1, which is derivative of x, minus the derivative of 2, which is constant function, is 0. Hence we can write 3 into 2, which is 6x plus 14. It is can write d2y upon dx square, which is the required second order derivative, which is a required second order derivative. d2y upon dx square is equals to 6x plus 14. Similarly, we can find the derivative of again second example, which is we have to find derivative y x square into e to the power x. Function is x square into e to the power x. First we consider the given function y is equals to f of x. F of x means x square into e to the power x. By the order of differentiating to finding second order derivative, we can differentiate first. Differentiate with respect to x, derivative of y, which is dy by dx. Here x square and e to the power x be two functions in form of e to the power x. If we apply here derivative of u into v, then we can write x square into derivative of e to the power x plus e to the power x into derivative of x square. Now you know that derivative of e to the power x is e to the power x, hence we can write x square into e to the power x plus e to the power x as it is, derivative of x square is 2x. If we take e to the power x common from both terms, we can write e to the power x into x square plus 2x, which is a dy upon dx. Now if we take again a differentiate with respect to x, then we can take a derivative of dy by dx is equals to, here again these both the terms are in the form of u into v. Now we take e to the power x into derivative of x square plus 2x plus x square plus 2x into derivative of e to the power x. It is clear that e to the power x as it is, derivative of x square is 2x plus again derivative of 2x is 2. Here plus x square plus 2x as it is, and derivative of e to the power x is e to the power x. This term we can write also d2y upon dx square is equals to, if we take e to the power x common from both term, we can write 2x plus 2 plus x square plus 2x, or we can write it e to the power x plus 2x plus 2x, which is 4x plus e to the power x into x square plus 4x plus 2, which is a required derivative or second order derivative. d2y upon dx square is equals to e to the power x into x square plus 4x plus 2. So again example number 3, similar to example number 2, which is e to the power 2x into sin 3x. First of all, we consider that y is equals to e to the power 2x into sin 3x. Now the given function, which is differentiate with respect to x, if we take the derivative of y, then we can take a derivative of e to the power 2x into sin 3x. Now both the terms are in multiple form, which is e to the power 2x and sin 3x. Here if we apply here derivative of u into v, then we can write e to the power 2x into derivative of sin 3x plus sin 3x into derivative of e to the power 2x. Now e to the power 2x as it is, and the derivative of sin 3x is cos 3x, we take again a derivative of 3x plus sin 3x as it is. We take a derivative of e to the power x is e to the power 2x and we take again the derivative of 2x. Here derivative of 3x is 3. We can write it 3 into e to the power 2x cos 3x plus derivative of 2x is 2. 2 into e to the power 2x into sin 3x. If we take e to the power 2x from common both terms, we can write it e to the power 2x into 3 cos 3x plus 2 sin 3x, which is dy upon dx. Also we call as first order derivative, but we have to find here second order derivative. Now, if we again differentiate with respect to x, then we can write a derivative of dy by dx, which is d2y upon dx square is equals to, here if we apply u into v rules, then we can write e to the power 2x into derivative of 3 cos 3x plus 2 sin 3x, which is first function into derivative of second function. Again we can write second function 3 cos 3x plus 2 sin 3x into derivative of e to the power 2x. Now again we can write d to the power 2x as it is. After that 3 as it is, and the derivative of 3 cos 3x is minus 3 sin 3x plus 2 as it is, derivative of sin 3x is 3 cos 3x. After that plus derivative of e to the power 2x is 2 into e to the power 2x and 3 cos 3x plus 2 sin 3x as it is. Again we can write d2y upon dx square is equals to e to the power 2x. If we take e to the power 2x common from both terms, we can write it 3 into minus 3 minus 9 sin 3x plus 2 into 3 6 cos 3x plus, here e to the power 2x is common from both terms, 2 into 3, which is plus 6 cos 3x plus 2 into 2, 4 sin 3x. The term which is d2y by dx square, also we can write it e to the power 2x into minus 9 sin 3x plus 4 sin 3x, 6 cos 3x plus 6 cos 3x, 12 cos 3x, minus 9 plus 4 minus 5 sin 3x. It means that d2y upon dx square is equals to e to the power 2x into 12 cos 3x minus 5 sin 3x, which is a required derivative and which is a higher second order derivative of the given function. E to the power 2x into sin 3x is d2y upon dx square is equals to e to the power 2x into 12 cos 3x minus 5 sin 3x. So the next, which is again x square into log x. First we consider that y is equals to x square into log x. If we differentiate with respect to x, then we can write the derivative of y, which is dy upon dx. Here we apply derivative of u into v, which is u into dv by dx plus v into dv by dx. Here we can write x square into derivative of log x plus log x into derivative of x square. We know that the derivative of log x is 1 by x. Here we can write x square into 1 by x plus log x into derivative of x square, which is 2x. Here x square x cancel, we can write x plus 2x into log x. Now if we take the x common from both terms, we can write x in bracket 1 plus 2 log x, which is dy by dx, also called as first order derivative. But we have to find second order derivative. It means that we have again differentiate with respect to x to this term dy by dx. If we differentiate this term, we can write d2y upon dx square is equals to, again here x is 1 and 1 plus 2 log x is 2, second two functions. If we apply here u into v rules, we can write x into derivative of 1 plus 2 log x plus 1 plus 2 log x into derivative of x. Here we can write x into derivative of 1 plus 0 plus 2 into derivative of log x is 1 by x plus, again we can write 1 plus 2 log x as it is and the derivative of x is 1. Hence, we can write this term d2y upon dx square is equals to x into 2 by x plus 1 plus 2 log x. Here x cancel, we can write 2 plus 1 plus 2 log x. Hence, d2y upon dx square is equals to 2 plus 1 is 3 plus 2 log x, which is a required derivative. It means that which is the second order derivative of the given function. X square into log x is 3 plus 2 log x. Here again we have to find second order derivative and the given function is sine of log x. By the same condition, first we consider the given function y is equals to sine of log x. Now if we differentiate with respect to x, we get the derivative of y, which is dy by dx, and the derivative of sine of log x. We know that the derivative of sine is which is cos. Hence we can write it cos of log x, and we take again derivative of log x by using chain rule. Here we know that the derivative of log x is 1 by x, means cos of log x into 1 by x, which is dy upon dx. The given function is in the form of u into v, or with this function we can write is dy upon dx is equals to cos of log x upon x, which is the first order derivative, but we have to find second order derivative. Hence, we again differentiate with respect to x. This function is in the form of u upon v. The derivative of dy by dx is d2y upon dx square. Function is in the form of u upon v, and if we apply the derivative of u upon v, which is v into means x into derivative of cos of log x minus cos of log x into derivative of x upon x square. Now we know that about x into derivative of cos x is minus sine of log x, right? And we take again a derivative of log x by using chain rule. Here minus cos of log x as it is, and the derivative of x is 1 upon x square as it is. So, if we multiply the term x minus x into sine of log x, and the derivative of log x is 1 by x, minus cos of log x into 1 cos of log x upon x square as it is. Now here, numerator and denominator x get cancelled. If we take minus sign common from this both term, we can write sine of log x plus cos of log x upon x square, which is the required derivative, second order derivative d2y upon dx square. So the question number 2, find d2y upon dx square. It means that here again we have to find second order derivative, but this function is in the form of parametric functions, and you know about the definition of parametric function, which is in the form of parameter t is dy upon dx is equals to dy upon dt upon dx upon dt. It means that it is clear that here if we have to find derivative of y with respect to x dy by dx, then we have to first calculate dy upon dt. After that dx upon dt. Then by using the definition of parametric function, we can find dy by dx. It means that first order derivative. And if we again differentiate the first order derivative, which is dy by dx, we can find d2y by dx. So now we start the first order derivative, which is dy by dx. First, we differentiate both x and y with respect to t. Before that, we convert these two functions, which is we can write cot inverse in form of tan inverse, numerator and denominator exchange, t upon under root of 1 minus t square. And so similarly we can write y is equals to cosec become sin inverse of 2t upon 1 plus t square. If we have to differentiate and find the value of dy by dx, we consider that first function put t is equals to sin theta, implies that we can write theta is equals to sin inverse of t. Similarly, we can substitute here t is equals to tan theta, implies that we can write theta is equals to tan inverse of t. Now, this function we can write x is equals to tan inverse of sin theta upon under root of 1 minus sin square theta. Under root of 1 minus sin square theta means cos square theta. Under root of cos square theta means cos theta. We can write it tan inverse of sin theta upon cos theta, which is a tan inverse of tan theta. Here tan inverse tan cancel, we can write only theta and a value of theta, which is sin inverse t, means y is equals to theta or y is equals to sin inverse t. Now, similarly we can write this y is equals to sin inverse of 2 tan theta upon 1 plus tan square theta, which is the rules of sin 2 theta. We can write it sin inverse of sin 2 theta. Here sin inverse sin cancel, get we can write 2 theta or the value of y, which is theta is tan inverse t, means 2 tan inverse t. Now, which is the value of x? Sin inverse t. Value of y? 2 tan inverse t. If we differentiate both x and y with respect to t, then we can write dx upon dt is equals to 1 upon under root of 1 minus t square, and dy upon dt is equals to 2 upon 1 plus t square. Here, by using definition of parametric function, we can write dy upon dx is equals to, now dy by dt upon dx by dt, dy upon dt upon dx upon dt. Here dy by dt is 2 upon 1 plus t square. If we write this term in multiple form, we can write numerator denominator exchange. Under root of 1 minus t square is numerator, that is 2 under root of 1 minus t square upon 1 plus t square, which is the value of dy by dx, which is also called as first order derivative. But here we have to find second order derivative d2y upon dx square. If we have to find second order derivative, again we differentiate with respect to x. Now, derivative of y dy by dx with respect to x is d2y upon dx square is equals to, here we apply derivative of u upon v, which is 2 is constant function. We can write it 1 plus t square into derivative of under root of 1 minus t square. Minus, again we can write under root of 1 minus t square into derivative of 1 plus t square upon 1 plus t square whole bracket square. Now, the given function which is d2y upon dx square. Here similarly we can write 2 into 1 plus t square derivative of under root of 1 minus t square is 1 upon 2 under root of 1 minus t square, and we take again the derivative of 1 minus t square. Here derivative of 1 is 0. Derivative of t square is 2t. We can write minus 2t into under root of 1 minus t square upon 1 plus t square whole bracket square. Now again, if we take derivative of 1 minus t square, which is minus 2t, we can write 2 into derivative of 1 0 minus t square is 2t minus 2t. We can write minus 2t into 1 plus t square upon 2 under root of 1 minus t square into minus 2t under root of 1 minus t square upon 1 plus t square whole bracket square. Now, these two can become cancelled. We can write it 2 into, if we take cross product of these both, we can write, and here this function is in the form of t. Also, here we can take a derivative of dt upon dx. We adjust here dt upon dx. This dt upon dx we can write 1 upon dx upon dt. Now, if we take this cross product of these both, we can write t into 1 plus t square minus 2t, here under root of 1 minus t square, under root of 1 minus t square, we can write 1 minus t square upon 1 plus t square whole bracket square into this under root of 1 minus t square into 1 upon, we know that the value of dx upon dt is 1 upon under root of 1 minus t square. 1 upon under root of 1 minus t square. We take this value dx upon dt from equation 1. From 1. Here, this under root of 1 minus t square, under root of 1 minus t square get cancelled. We can write 2 into t into 1 t plus t into t square t cube minus 2t into 1 2t minus minus plus 2t into 2t square is 2t cube upon 1 plus t square whole bracket square. So this t minus 2t we can write 2 into t cube plus 2t cube 3t cube minus t upon 1 plus t square. If we take t common from both terms, we can write 2 into t 3t square minus 1 upon 1 plus t square, which is a required derivative or which is a second order derivative d2y upon dx square is 2t upon 3t square minus 1 upon 1 plus t square. Sorry, here one mistake is occurred. Here we take a sign of negative, which is mean that minus t cube. Here t cube plus 2t cube, which is only t cube, minus t minus 2t minus 3t. If we take t common from this term, we can write t square minus 3, which is a required derivative. One plus t square whole bracket square. Here again we can write similarly 1 plus t square whole bracket square. So again here we have to find d2y upon dx square and a given function which is in the form of parametric functions. Here if we have to find the derivative of this function x is equal to a cos cube theta, y is equals to b cos sin cube theta, and theta is equals to pi by 4, then first we have to find dy by dx. Here x is equals to a cos cube theta and y is equals to b cos sin cube theta. If we differentiate both x and y with respect to theta, then we can write dx upon d theta is equals to a is constant derivative of, we can write it cos of theta whole bracket cube. Again this term y is equals to b sin cube theta. If we take this b sin cube theta, then we can write dy upon d theta is equals to, b is constant, we can write derivative of sin theta whole bracket cube. Here if we apply derivative which is x raised to the power n, then we can write a into 3 cos square theta, and we can write again a derivative of cos theta. Derivative of cos theta which is minus sin theta, hence we can write a into minus 3 cos square theta into sin theta, which is dx upon d theta is equals to minus 3a sin theta into cos square theta, which is 1 dx upon d theta. Similarly here we can find the derivative which is sin theta whole bracket cube means dy by d theta. Here again we can write b into 3 sin square theta into again a derivative of sin theta by using chain rule. Here we can apply again is equals to b into 3 sin square theta, b is equals to b into 3 into b, which is can write 3b sin square theta, and the derivative of sin theta which is cos theta, which is dy upon d theta is equal to 3b sin square theta into cos theta, which is number 2. By definition of parametric function, we can write this dy by d dx is equals to dy by d theta upon dx by d theta. Here the value of dy by d theta is 3b sin square theta into cos theta upon dx by theta means minus 3a sin theta into cos square theta. Here 3 get become cancelled. Here square of sin theta cancel, cos theta cos square cancel. We can write it minus b sin theta upon a cos theta, which is minus b by a sin upon cos, which is tan theta, value of dy by dx. But here we have to find d2y upon dx square. Here we have to find d2y upon dx square. If we again differentiate with respect to x, we can write derivative of y with dy upon dx, which is d2y upon dx square. Here minus b upon a, which is constant function, we can take a derivative with respect to x tan theta. But here theta is parameter differentiable function which is x. We can write this function d2y upon dx square is equals to minus b upon a. We can write d upon d theta into tan theta. If we take here d theta, we adjust here d theta get cancelled, dx as it is. Our function is not changed, but required function was d theta. Here minus b upon a constant, derivative of tan theta is sec square theta. We can write this d theta upon dx 1 upon dx upon d theta. D theta become get denominator. We know that dx upon d theta is minus 3a sin theta into cos square theta. We can write it minus b upon a sec square theta into 1 upon dx by theta minus 3a sin theta minus 3a sin theta into cos square theta. Here minus minus become plus. We can write it b into sec square theta, b sec square theta upon a into minus 3, my a into a, which is 3a square sin theta into cos square theta. Now 1 upon cos square theta is sec square theta. We can write b upon 3a square. 1 upon sin theta is cosec theta into sec raised to the power 4 theta. If we transfer this 1 upon cos square theta is sec raised to sec square theta, sec square theta into sec square theta, which is sec raised to the power 4 theta. After that, we have to find d2y by dx square second order derivative at theta is equals to pi by 4. If we substitute the value of theta, which is pi by 4, we can write b upon 3a square cosec of pi by 4 into sec of pi by 4 whole raised to the power 4. We know that the value of cosec pi by 4 is root 2, b upon 3a square, which is under root 2, and again the sec of pi by 4 is root 2, we can write is under root 2 whole raised to the power 4. The value of under root of 2 raised to the power 4, which is 4 root 2 into b upon 3a square, which is a required derivative d2y upon ds square and theta is equals to pi by 4. Here it is clear that here we have to show second order derivative is 0. Means if we take the derivative of constant function which is dy by dx, then we can take a derivative of d2y by dx square is 0. The given function is ax square plus 2hxy plus by square is equals to 0. Ax square plus 2hxy plus by square is equals to 0 is a homogeneous equation in our. So first we have to find. We can write this ax square plus 2hxy means hxy plus hxy plus by square is equals to 0. 2hxy means 2 times hxy. Now, in first two terms and second two terms, we can take a common from sum, which is here we take common x. If we take x common from both terms, we can write ax plus hy. If we take y common from this both term, we can write hx plus by is equals to 0. If we shift this term right side, we can write y into hx plus by is equals to minus x into ax plus by. Now, if we shift this x left side, we can write y by x is equals to minus in ax plus by upon hx plus by, which is the required value of y by x, equation number 2. Equation 1 become given function ax square plus 2hxy plus by square is equals to 0. Here, if we differentiate this function with respect to x, we can write the derivative of x square is 2x. 2h constant function we can take here x into derivative of y, which is dy by dx, plus y into derivative of x, which is 1, plus b into derivative of y square 2y into dy by dx is equals to 0. Now, a into 2x is twice ax plus 2hx into dy by dx plus 2hy plus 2by into dy by dx is equals to 0. we can take common from dy by dy both term. We can write 2hx dy by dx plus 2by dy by dx is equals to minus 2hy minus twice ax, dividing to both side, and if we take dy by dx common from both term, we can write hx plus 2b into dy upon dx is equals to minus in bracket h ax plus hy, ax plus hy. Here if we take this multiple term right side, we can write dy upon dx is equals to minus ax plus hy upon hx plus by. Sorry, it is 2by, means it is dy. We can say it minus ax plus by upon hx plus by is a value of y by x. We can write dy upon dx is equals to minus y upon x, minus whole minus term is y upon x from second. We give it equation number 4. 1, 2, this third. But here we have to find derivative which is second order derivative d2y by dx square. Then we again differentiate with respect to x. Here derivative of y which is d2y by dx square is d2y upon dx square. Here by applying u upon v rules, x into derivative of y minus y into derivative of x upon x square, we can write it x into dy by dx minus y upon x square. We know that dy by dx is y by x. We can write x into y by x minus y upon x square. We write this from 4. Here x get become cancel. We can write y minus y upon x square. Y minus y 0 upon x square, which is 0. Hence d2y upon dx square is equals to 0, which is the required proof. d2y upon dx square is equals to 0, hence proved. So the next question, question number 4, y is equals to cos of m cos inverse x. Then we have to show that 1 minus x square into d2y by dx square minus x into dy by dx my plus m square y is equals to 0. This we have to prove this whole terms is equals to 0. First we take the given function, given that y is equals to cos of m cos inverse x. If we have to prove this whole term is equals to 0, then we evaluate second order derivative by step including dy by dx. So listen here, this cos, if we transfer left side, it become cos inverse. We can write it cos inverse y is equals to m cos inverse x. Now we differentiate with respect to x. We can write the cos inverse y, derivative of cos inverse y 1 upon under root of 1 minus y square into again the derivative of y, which is dy by dx. M is constant function and the derivative of 1 cos inverse x is 1 upon under root of 1 minus x square. Now if we shift under root of 1 minus x square whole terms which is in denominator left side, then we can write under root of 1 minus x square into dy by dx is equals to m into this term is denominator, shift right side, we can write under root of 1 minus y square. So the whole function, if we take square both sides, squaring both sides, here the square and square root cancel, we can write 1 minus x square into dy upon dx whole bracket square is equals to square of n square into 1 minus y square, square root square cancel, means we take a square of every terms both type. Now we have to find second order derivative. If we again differentiate with respect to x, we can write here derivative of u into v, which is 1 minus x square into derivative of dy upon dx whole bracket square plus dy upon dx whole bracket square into derivative of 1 minus x square is equals to m square into derivative of 1 minus y square. M square is a constant function, derivative of 1 minus y square. Now 1 minus x square as it is. Derivative of dy by dx we can apply here. X raised to the power n, we can write 2 into dy upon dx whole raised to the power 2 minus 1, which is 1, and we take again the derivative of bracket, which is derivative of dy upon dx, plus here dy by dx whole bracket square as it is 0, derivative of minus x square, which is minus 2x, is equals to m square as it is. Derivative of 1 is 0, we can write it minus 2y into dy by dx. So again, if we take 2 into dy by dx common from both the side, or dividing 2 into dy by dx both the side, we can write here 2 into dy by dx from cancel. Here again, here 2 cancel, dy by dx square cancel. Here 2 cancel, dy by dx get cancel. We can write it 1 minus x square into derivative of dy by dx, which is second order derivative d2y upon dx square, plus minus x into dy by dx is equals to minus m square y into minus m square y is equals to minus m square y. If we shift this minus m square y left side, this minus become get positive. 1 minus x square into d2y upon dx square minus x into dy by dx plus m square y is equals to 0, which is a required proof. 1 minus x square d2y by dx square minus x into dy by dx plus m square y is equals to 0 from y is equals to cos of m cos inverse x. So again here we have to similar proof. 1 minus x square d2y by dx square minus x into dy by dx minus m square y is equals to 0. So the given terms, which is given that x is equals to sin t, y is equals to e raised to the power m into t. So if we calculate here the value of t and substitute here the value of t, if we take this sine, the left side we can write sin inverse x is equals to t, and if we substitute the value of t here, we can write y is equals to e raised to the power m into sin inverse of x. So we continue this. Now y is equals to e raised to the power m sin inverse x. Now if we differentiate with respect to directly x, then we can write dy by dx is equals to derivative of e to the power m sin inverse x. By using the rules of derivative e to the power x, we can write e to the power m sin inverse x, but we can take again a derivative of m sin inverse x. Here m is constant, m into e to the power m sin inverse x, and the derivative of sin inverse x, which is 1 upon under root of 1 minus x square. Hence we can write it dy upon dx is equals to m e to the power m sin inverse x upon under root of 1 minus x square, which is dy by dx. So if we have to differentiate second order derivative d2y by dx square, then first we take this under root of 1 minus square left side, we can write it under root of 1 minus x square into dy by dx is equals to m into e to the power m sin inverse x. Now if we take square both sides, taking square both sides, the square of under root of 1 minus square is 1 minus x square into dy by dx whole bracket square is equals to square of m is m square e to the power m sin inverse of x. This e to the power m sin inverse of x, which is a value of y. If we replace this value of y, we can write e to the power m sin inverse of x, which is the value of y. We can write my from 2. Now m square into y square. Now if we differentiate with respect to x, then we can apply here u into v1 minus x square into derivative of dy upon dx whole bracket square plus dy upon dx whole bracket square into derivative of 1 minus x square. M square is constant and derivative of y square is 2y dy upon dx. So 1 minus x square as it is, 1 minus x square as it is, derivative of dy by dx whole bracket square by using extension to the power, and we can write 2 into dy by dx into again the derivative of dy by dx plus dy by dx whole bracket square as it is, 1 derivative 0 minus 2x is equals to 2m square y into dy by dx. Now this term we can write 1 minus x square 2 into dy by dx into d2y upon dx square plus minus 2x dy by dx whole bracket square is equals to 2m square y dy by dx. Dividing dy by dx both side, 2 into dy by dx, 2 dy by dx, 2 dy by dx, 2 dy by dx get become cancel. We can write 1 minus x square into d2y upon dx square minus x into dy by dx is equals to m square y. If we shift this m square y left side, we can write 1 minus x square into d2y by dx square minus x into dy by dx minus m square y is equals to 0, which is a required proof. 1 minus x square dy by dx